everybody. Old guy here, and Happy New Year. Excuse me a second. My son gave me this cup. If you know, you know. So let's start this whole brand new year of book review with a bang with this one. Oh my goodness. Now, I almost tossed this before the required 50 pages because it was irritating me. But boy, am I glad I didn't, because this is an extraordinary novel. Fast-paced, mostly, downright exciting at times, and fairly terrifying. So what did I not initially like about it? The aliens. Specifically the Tines, which are a dog pack kind of creature with 5 to 7 members, all attached to each other and communicating through a telepathy that requires them to stay away from other dog pack entities, or the telepathy will overwhelm them and then they'll either fall into combat or sex. What didn't I like about them? Well, they're kind of revolting. And I didn't want to spend the 500 pages or so of this novel. Oh my goodness, how much is this thing? 500, 600, 7, something like that. Just dealing with them. Fortunately, it doesn't deal with just them. In fact, it bounces between other aliens, such as the quite delightful skrode riders, and the beautiful but cruel Affronte, who look like humanoid butterflies. And humans. There's a few, like Ravna, who is the only human employee of the Relay, which is a galactic-wide message board, and femme Nguyen, who may not be human at all. Set thousands of years in the future, there are layers of cultural and technological development throughout the galaxy which are dependent on how close to the galactic center you are. There are the unthinking depths, where no intelligence can develop. The slow zone, where Earth is located. And faster-than-light technology is not possible, but from which a colony of Nordic humans in deep sleep managed to escape into the beyond and become the source of all humans living there, where they flourish under increased intelligence and technological ability. Now, the beyond is where the majority of the alien races live, ranging from a medieval existence to a high level of development that then brings them into the transcend, where godlike beings exist who have little concern for the lowly humans and other races found in the beyond. What a concept. So drifting accidentally out of the beyond into the slow zone can be a death sentence for an unprepared ship crew that suddenly loses its ability to jump light speeds, turning a journey at what should have been a few weeks into a few thousand years. Gotta keep an eye on that boundary, which tends to fluctuate. Drifting into the transcend, on the other hand, can drive a lesser race insane. Got to keep an eye on that boundary too. So that's the setup. So what is this about? Well, an expedition from the human world of Stromley Realm noses around the lower transcend and discovers an archive that just might give them a gigantic leap in technology. But instead, they awaken an ancient and malevolent being called the Blight, which systematically invades the transcend and begins to murder the other godlike beings living there, and seeks to dominate the other zones. One human ship managed to escape the blight, the Olsendot family, with hundreds of cold sleep children on board, and it crash lands on the Tynes planet. The Tynes promptly slaughter the Olsendot parents, and two different factions capture the Olsendot children, Jeffrey and Joanna. Joanna is taken to one side of the continent by the Woodcarver faction, while Jeffrey remains in the hands of the Flenserists. The Tynes are so named by Joanna because of the metal sheaths on their paws which they use to eviscerate her parents. The Tynes live in a medieval society, and they are engaged in intrigue that would just simply warm the cockles of Machiavelli's heart. The Flenserists, hoping to take over the world and inflict their cruel cut and splice method of species improvement on everyone else, while the Woodcarver opposes it. Gotta give Ving credit for creating a completely alien species with alien motives and intents that are rather disturbing and revolting. Both factions hope to use Joanna or Jeffrey's advanced technologies to give them things like cannons and gunpowder so they can destroy the other. As if this wasn't fun enough, Ravna figures out the Olsendot ship carried away a countermeasure to the Blight, and with the help of a transcend called the Old One and its human construct, Pham, begins a desperate search for the ship before the Blight can locate it. So the race begins across the galaxy, Ravna pursued by the Blight fleet and the evil Afrani, who blame all humans for the Blight's appearance and seeks their annihilation. Okay, this is hard science fiction space opera of the highest caliber and will blow you right out of your sleeper pod. The bizarre universe Ving created with its zones of intellectual ability is masterful, as are the various alien races that are running around. My favorite character is Bluestalk, a sentient fern that goes around on a contrivance called a skrode, which gives him and the rest of his race the ability of memory. Sometimes you have to keep reminding them of things. So don't let those dog packs put you off. This is a great read. Old guy here.